The old Garrison House had stood vacant for years, its once proud architecture now crumbling under the grasp of time. Local legends spoke of shadowy figures in the windows and whispers that echoed through the decrepit halls. Curiosity outweighed the fear in Henry, an amateur filmmaker, who decided to document the haunted lore engulfing the house. With his 4K camera slung over his shoulder, he entered the house just as dusk began to bleed into nightfall. The moment Henry crossed the threshold, the air grew heavy with an almost palpable sense of foreboding. The wooden floorboards creaked under his steps, each one louder than the last. Guided only by the dim glow of his flashlight, he ventured deeper into the house, filming everything in stunning detail. The first signs of something amiss came quickly: portraits with eyes that seemed to follow his every move, mirrors that reflected rooms different from the ones they were in, and soft whispers that began to fill the silence. He could almost make out the words, but not quite. "Who's there?" he called out, his voice trembling more than he had expected. There was no reply, only an unsettling stillness. Henry continued to explore, drawn towards a winding staircase that led to the attic. Each step he took seemed to resonate like an ominous countdown. Up in the attic, bits of moonlight seeped through cracks in the roof, casting eerie shadows. Dust particles floated in the air, dancing to an unseen symphony. He scanned the room, capturing everything his camera could. That's when he saw it, a figure standing at the far end, cloaked in darkness. Panic surged through him, but something compelled him to keep filming. The figure started to move, gliding silently across the floor. As it drew nearer, the whispers grew louder, more frantic. Heart pounding, Henry felt a chill run down his spine. Suddenly, the camera went dead. The screen flickered and then darkness. In that instant, he felt a cold, clammy hand on his shoulder. Spinning around, he came face to face with a specter, its hollow eyes staring into his soul. Paralyzed with fear, the last thing he heard before everything went black was a blood-curdling scream, his own. When Henry was found days later, his camera was intact, still recording. The last footage showed only an empty attic and the sound of whispers that never ceased. The house remains, a silent guardian of its dark secrets, waiting for the next soul brave enough or foolish enough to enter.